Welcome back, everyone. If you're new here, welcome. I'm DarkHour717. This past IAE, we've seen a lot of great new ships come out, from the Anvil C8R Pisces Rescue to the Drake Cutter and the newest concept to be released, the RSI Galaxy. As fun as the new concepts and straight-to-flyable are, though, most of the time it's the anticipation of the release of a long-awaited concept ship that garners the most attention. And that's no exception with the latest concept to be released in the 2952 IAE, the Drake Corsair. We will take an in-depth look at the Corsair with what it offers, its makeup, and its performance to see if the latest concept really holds up to what the backers were expecting from this ship. Before we get into the details though, if you appreciate these guides and videos, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps the channel out, and for all of those that have subscribed, I personally say thank you. Also stick around to see how you can be entered in for a chance to win a Drake Cutter starter pack in our December giveaway. The Drake Corsair is a ship that I've been waiting to hit the PU since I first got into the game. The Corsair was first introduced on the 1st of December 2017 through the You Pick the Next Drake Ship event, coming in last with only 19% of the total vote, having gone up against the Vulture as well as the Kraken in the competition. All have now entered concept or have been released or soon to be released in the case of the Vulture. The Corsair is unique in its asymmetrical design, with a split wing on the port side and a large single wing on the starboard side. The ship itself is Drake's entry into the exploration category and is well equipped for this and so much more. The Drake Corsair is available for pledge currently, during, and a limited time after IAE for $225 US as a war bond or $250 US as a standalone ship. This also has available CCUs or cross chassis upgrades available. What you can also get is a pack that includes the Drake Dragonfly, and this pack is available for $250 US as a war bond and $275 as a standalone package. The Corsair, upon release, also has a trio of paints that are also available for it and not available in-game for purchase. The ship will become available usually after 90 days from its original release. What in-game pricing is going to be, though, we're not really sure at this time. Many backers of Star Citizen have eagerly been awaiting the Corsair. Originally built as an RSI Constellation competitor, the ship really does well with filling this role, not only in the exploration space but also as a gunship as well. Though unable to really hold up against the Constellation in the hauling and cargo space category, the breakdown of the Corsair is a role in expedition, with a career of exploration and checking out new areas of the verse. Its size is registered as a Class 4 vessel. Cargo space is going to be 72 SCU, and personal inventory space is going to be 1.5 SCU. Its length is 30 meters with a width of 53 meters when the wings are extended and a height of 25 meters when the wings are folded. SCM speed is going to be 150 meters per second with an afterburner speed of 950 meters per second. Its hydrogen fuel capacity is going to be 360,000 liters and a quantum fuel capacity of 5,000 liters. The design of the Corsair is truly Drake, with many industrial-looking design elements, from the cabling running through the overhead of the ship to its basic bare minimum style interior. We also find that the use of many older technologies as far as levers on the elevators and switches, it really carries an almost vintage aesthetic to it. Though no slouch at all in what it is capable of doing, with the 72 SCU cargo area, it is capable of doing moderate hauling and trading. Though the main function many will use this for is hauling of ground vehicles up to the RSI Ursa, taking vehicles to really deploy for use in exploration or even running bounties and driving in from outside turret range. The cargo area and rear ramp is also big enough to accommodate landing a Pisces in the back of the Corsair and retaining the ability to close the rear ramp. With 2 entry points available, blocking the entry in the rear cargo area to the main portion of the ship is not an issue, as you have a forward elevator that can go ground to roof throughout the entire ship. The ship is also well equipped with amenities, multiple crew quarters, dedicated captain's cabin, mess deck, and even a bathroom facility. The Drake Corsair is set up for its main role of exploration. This also includes its stock component loadout. The Corsair comes equipped stock with 1 size 3 civilian grade C 5 Charlie Alpha Akura shield generator, 2 size 2 civilian grade C Daybreak power plants, 2 size 2 civilian grade C Froststar EX coolers, 1 size 2 civilian grade C Torrent quantum drive, and that's going to give you a 20 million kilometer time of 3 minutes even, And Hurston to Crusader is going to take you about 4 minutes and 30 seconds, and ArcCorp to Microtech is going to take you 7 minutes and 54 seconds. The stock loadout really is geared for exploration, and some improvements can be made as true exploration is really not in game yet. The loadout I typically will follow for the work that I do in Star Citizen is going to be one size 3 military grade A FR86 shield generator, 2 size 2 military grade A JS400 power plants, 2 size 2 industrial grade A snowpack coolers, and 1 size 2 military grade A XL1 quantum drive. This is going to drop your 20 million kilometer time down to 1 minute and 59 seconds. Your Hurston to Crusader time is going to be 2 minutes and 45 seconds. And your ArcCorp to Microtech time is going to be reduced down to 4 minutes and 29 seconds. The XL1, though less fuel efficient than the Torrent, the speed increase is worth the fuel cost. These changes also set the Corsair up for more aggressive missions such as bounties and service beacons, along with any aggressive player interactions. The Corsair's handling currently is excellent in comparison to a ship like the Constellation. Though not fighter quality maneuverability, the Corsair does not have as heavy of an oversteer feel as the Connie does. With more responsive controls, it handles extremely well for its size, though it does have slow turning and maneuverability in atmosphere that can sometimes feel as though it is fighting against the intended control input. Though heavy feeling, the ship handles better than what I originally expected. This pays off when encountering aggressive targets and needing to defend or attack. The Drake Corsair doubles as an excellent choice of gunboat. Outfitted to deal a lot of pain, this ship is useful in any encounter and engagement. The Corsair is armed to the tooth, equipped straight out of the hangar with 4 size 4 gimbaled M6A laser cannons, 2 size 3 gimbaled M5A laser cannons, and these 6 guns are pilot controlled, along with dual size 2 CF227 Badger laser repeater remote turret and 2 dual CF227 Badger laser repeater man turrets. It also carries with it 8 size 3 Arrestor 3 cross-section missiles. In this stock loadout, the Corsair brings the pain with no question, including a heavy loadout for the solo pilot. But we all know there are times when more pain is needed, and what we have found is our preferred loadout is 4 fixed size 5 AD-5B ballistic Gatling guns, 2 fixed size 4 CF447 Rhino laser repeaters, and then everything else we leave stock with the man turret and the remote turrets, as well as the missiles. This loadout we have found literally shreds the competition away and gives the backup of powerful dual Rhino repeaters if by chance you run out of ballistics. Having tested this with several encounters, including multiple Idrises, we have discovered this is a preferred option for us. Though stock, the Corsair is more than capable of taking down any target, we just up the fun factor a smidge. Taking this into service beacons, bounties, or in use for self-defense, you're gonna quickly be able to take down most every target solo. And with a friend or two in another ship or the turrets, the Idris does not last long at all. As tough as it is, it will obviously have a slightly harder time with fast-moving light fighters such as the M50 and Gladius. This is where its large size 3 shield generator steps in to absorb the impact of any fighter attack and allows the time needed to get on target and unleash a barrage of hellfire down on whatever is in your crosshairs. As for drawbacks, for the Corsair, because we know no ship can be perfect at everything, we do see some issues as mentioned before with the in-atmosphere maneuverability, as well as when flying the Corsair, it tends to be very nose heavy and constant attention must be paid to its attitude to maintain the nose in level or intended flight position. And of course there are other standard Star Citizen bugs such as falling through a planet randomly when coming out of the ship via the front elevator, occasionally if you enter the elevator when in quantum being sucked out through the roof into empty space, or periodically despawning of the ship while in flight. These of course are a sample of some issues that we've experienced since its release, though some may not be related to the Corsair specifically. As for the expectation versus the reality of what was received, the Drake Corsair more than meets our hopes. With a great vessel for exploration and a secondary role of fighting, the Corsair gives us options in every way. And though no medical facility on board, throwing an Anvil CAR into the back of it for use is more than possible to add the medical function. The Corsair is an excellent addition into the verse and one that many have been waiting for a long time. Though a moderately expensive pledge, I expect that once the ship makes it in for in-game purchase, you're going to see many more people utilize the ship as a daily driver for its versatility and functionality. I hope you enjoyed this rundown on the Drake Corsair. Let us know your thoughts on the ship and if this is one you own or plan on getting in game when it's available. Don't forget to get your entries in though for the Drake Cutter game pack that we're giving away in the month of December. Just subscribe and leave a comment on any video to enter. You can also get a second entry by heading over to Twitch and following over there. Winner's going to be drawn on January 1st, 2023. You can also catch the stream here on YouTube every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, as well as on Twitch every Tuesday and Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time as well. If you want to help support the channel, check out the merch store or hit the join button and become a member. It's greatly appreciated as all of that goes right back into the giveaways back to the community. I want to say thank you again for checking out the guide, and please be safe out there, and we will catch you in the verse.